We are live on all of the streaming services. You can check this on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Tickety Talk. TikTok, we're doing with the phone. I just upgraded to Ventura on Mac, so hopefully all is well. It took a little bit of troubleshooting to get things going because they handle video and audio a little bit differently. All right, so Leo, you got a month coming for you. It's a pretty good one. A common theme, just based on all of the global cosmological movements, right? The planets in retrograde that are independent of sign, is really lining up for this month to be a major month of transformation. Okay, so it is going to be something that is kind of like a pivot point for your life. This is for all of the signs, but each one has kind of a unique kind of twist on that. Some are more relationship focused, some are more, resources, abundance, lack focused. But for you, Leo, this is just kind of like getting your shit in gear and ready to kind of like just do the big things that you've been waiting to do. And that goes for a lot of the signs, but the energy is pretty clear. It's pretty focused, and it should be to your benefit, September. I recognize that we're doing these a little bit later. I was traveling. I was in Turkey. I got back a few days ago. So I'm going to be doing 2 a day. So we'll also be doing Virgo later today. But right now we are doing Leo. So Leo, you got some stuff going on. Let's just talk about kind of the major things that are going on, right? Venus retrograde is ending tomorrow, the 4th, depending on where you are in the world. Mercury retrograde ends in the middle of the month, and we have Jupiter going retrograde on the 4th in a couple of days. So all of these retrogrades may lead you to believe that there may be some delays, some frustration, but that's not really what these retrograde periods have been about. I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised if you found out that people have been contacting you kind of out of the blue, maybe old relationships, friends, people you haven't spoken to in a while, and that's primarily Venus retrograde energy coming in, especially combined with Mercury retrograde. When we think of retrogrades, we tend to think of kind of the negative aspects of them because Mercury retrograde has such a profound effect on kind of miscommunications, delays, local travel issues, things like that, electronic stuff going wrong, because it is the ruling planet of communication, electronics, all of these things. So we tend to think that all retrogrades kind of have that characteristic of them. But one thing that often gets overlooked is retrogrades are really a wonderful opportunity to reflect and review what has been going on in your life. And when we think about that, we don't want to waste that opportunity. If things are being brought up that maybe emotionally make you feel a certain way or psychologically make you feel a certain way, don't waste that opportunity to kind of review what has gone well, what could you maybe tighten up on. So I mentioned this because Jupiter going retrograde is the big planet. It's going retrograde in Taurus, moves back to Aries for a little bit. And this is just kind of one of those signs where, or planets where this isn't really contraction in the sense of things going backwards. It's more of like, hey, what have you been doing in your life up to this point? What haven't you been doing in your life up to this point? What are the big themes, goals, kind of dreams you have that you can pursue that you maybe haven't put your mind to, or put your imagination to, or put your feelings or heart to? So that's a big part of what this retrograde period coming up with Jupiter and Taurus is about. And Taurus, of course, relates a lot to the material world. So Leo, you got some really cool stuff going on this month. Let's get into it. We'll start with the astrological movements, and then we'll get into these cards, and we'll pull some animal oracle cards. We're aiming for about 30 to 40 minutes on this one. All right, Leo. So like I said, Venus retrograde is ending. Not only is it ending, it's ending in your sign, Leo, right? So it will station direct in Leo going forward. So what that means is that matters of the heart, matters of communion, matters of getting together, relationships should start to straighten out. If you felt a little bit off balance, if you felt like you kind of have been reviewing your relationships and trying to get a read on what is good, what is healthy, what you would like to see in your relationships, this is going to be a really wonderful opportunity for you to do that, right? So again, Venus retrograde ends for everyone, but it's in your sign, Leo, right? You just had your birthday month, or if you're late July, you had that birthday month there. So Leo season is over. We're firmly in Virgo season. Virgo season ends September 23rd, right? And then Libra season begins. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But for the most part, I just want you to understand that there's a lot of positive energy beginning to straighten out and flow in your direction, specifically, Leo. Okay. You should feel a sense of lightness, of levity, of being a little bit unencumbered, right? If you've maybe felt weighed down because of all this energy that's been going around, 2023 has been one of the gnarliest months of my life. And I think for a lot of people, it's this weird in-between energy where it doesn't really want to go directionally in one way. And all of the retrogrades kind of speak to that, right? We don't have this forward momentum. And Leo, for you, forward momentum is important, right? You have charisma, you have leadership capabilities, you like to be moving forward. So as you move forward, it's important to recognize that like you want to be doing this in a conscientious way. You want to really be setting your mind in clear, have clear goals that are for your benefit and your loved ones' benefit, okay? So this is a really, really very excellent time for good, fresh starts and new beginnings. So anything that you've been thinking about getting off the ground, getting something going, this is going to be a very auspicious month for that. So really those big plans, dreams, goals of yours that maybe you've been putting off because the time hasn't just been right, the time is right now. So don't waste that opportunity because you're going to be able to use your innate leadership qualities and charisma. Charisma is a big theme of this month for you, Leo. And you're not going to come off as pushy. You're not going to be coming off as too aggressive. You're really just going to be coming off as someone people want to listen to, pay attention to, and take seriously in the best possible way. So this is an excellent month to really put the wheels in motion for getting those big, big plans that you have had. And maybe you haven't had those plans. Maybe they're just something internally you've thought about and didn't know if you could actually do it. I'm letting you know that not only can you do it, it's a very good time to start doing it. So combined with Virgo season and the new moon in Virgo, which happens on the 14th of September, it's an excellent time to start organizing, writing down the details, the specifics of how you will achieve what it is you would like to achieve, okay? Money may also come into focus this month. Reorganization of money and resources and planning around that is also something that is very auspicious for you this month, Leo. So if you've been having kind of money issues or it's been dwelling on your mind and you're not sure you can afford this, you're not sure you can afford that, that is not the right approach. You actually have more than enough at any given point you would like to, but maybe make that clear for yourself when you journal down on that Virgo new moon on the 14th to really get things going in motion. This is just a thing I'm going to be recommending for all of the signs, but especially in terms of related to resources, abundance, money. This is a pretty good month. How many times am I going to hit the card? I don't know. Let's see. So home in on your big desires, goals, and dreams. That is the emphasis of what this month is about. It's not about the small stuff. It's not, unless Virgo season may want you to look at the specific little things that are going on, but that's in the context of a broader goal, a broader dream, a broader kind of situation that you're interested in truly. And like, this is something that's very, very near and dear to you. So whatever it is, whether this is a new career, whether this is a new project, whether this is entrepreneurship, whether this is kind of excelling in a job, a relationship, just a spiritual path even, these are really good times to really plan out specifically how you will achieve those goals and then start taking some type of action to actually make that happen. It's going to be pretty flowy is what I want to get across for you. It's not going to be a lot of stops, starts, false starts. It's going to be like, holy shit, once you get moving on this, things are going to be moving pretty good, okay? Also, expect the unexpected this month. There's going to be some situations where maybe things seemingly come out of the woodwork or left field. Embrace those situations. Those are some of the best times to recognize synchronicities in our life when things just kind of come out of the blue and you didn't really expect them. Embrace that energy. I hit the card again. Let's go for 10 times, right? See if we can hit the card 10 times, okay? Now, towards the end of the month and the Aries full moon on the 29th, you're probably going to start feeling like elated, incredibly happy. And that may be based on circumstances, but really it's going to be an innate sense of happiness and elation that is going to be coming from within your being, not necessarily anything to do with what's going on out there. Right? It has nothing to do with that. But this energy, this confidence, this charisma, this happiness is going to be something that really is turning the page going into October. So when we get to those October readings, you can expect some really cool stuff going on. But September is really setting the stage for the rest of the year and, dare I say, the rest of your life. So don't waste that opportunity because there's quite a bit going on that I think you're going to enjoy. Okay. Your influence is also particularly strong on September 21st. So just keep that date in mind. That's a really good day to maybe close some deals, have some important conversations with people, and really just like take those steps because you're really going to be having like a lot of influence on people and they're going to listen to what you have to say. So if you've been meaning to communicate something recently, go ahead and try to plan for September 21st. Okay. One other thing, if a deal or an offer or a suggestion sounds too good to be true this month, trust your gut on that one. Trust your instinct and your intuition. Just really like pay attention to it. Sometimes things are not too good to be true. They're perfect and they are exactly the way they should be. And there's no hidden agenda or hidden, strings that are going to be pulled or ulterior motives. But sometimes there's something that you can kind of just sense is like, I don't know about this thing. Go ahead and trust your instincts on that, Leo. You're definitely going to be able to suss out whether that's the right thing or not the right thing for you. Okay. Mercury is connecting with Jupiter on September 25th. This is actually a really fun, despite Jupiter going retrograde, it'll be going retrograde at that point. This is going to be like a really easygoing and fun time. So if you have any exciting plans that you really would like to actualize, think of that. Like I got to say, of all the readings we've done, about 28 of these since we started doing this series. This is like a very light, cool, and fun month for you, Leo. So if you have been weighed down by various challenges, trials, tribulations, you can expect that energy to really kind of reverse on you and just get this kind of lightness. Think Page of Cups energy, playful curiosity, really a lot of fun shit going on that I think you're going to enjoy quite a bit, right? Connecting with others also should feel fun and easy, and you can also have productive conversations about money and abundance, right? So this is a decent time to start collaborating with potential partners, whether that's in your family or just in your workplace. A lot of these things are just going to flow naturally, but it requires you to actually get out there and have these conversations. And connecting with people is going to be something that you find particularly easy this month, right? Sometimes, Leo, you can be a little strong-minded and you can kind of like dominate conversations. There's going to be more parity there. There's going to be more equality in terms of you being able to interface with other people. And that's going to facilitate a lot of positive changes in relationships or even starting new relationships or projects. It's going to be relatively easy to do. Jupiter is going to remind you this month that you have everything you need and everything you want whenever you want it, right? That needs to be a deeply felt and known concept for it actually to materialize and show up in your world. But please trust when I say this, Jupiter is there behind the scenes, even though he's going retrograde, even though Zeus is going retrograde, he's going to be bestowing boons and gifts, especially in realms that maybe have to do with things you've already put work into, right? Whether that's work energetically, whether it's actual physical work or mental work or psychological work, those things are probably going to start paying out some fruits of your labors, right? So if you've had something that maybe you expected to go a certain way and it hasn't gone that way yet, you can expect those kind of situations to blossom and reveal kind of the fruit. So that's going to be a pretty cool thing for you, right? One other thing I want to mention related to your big goals, dreams, and desires, you may need to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Now, Leo, you're very good once you step out of your comfort zone in terms of assimilating and facilitating a feeling of comfort, but you need to take that initial step. So you can't have everything cushy, comfortable all of the time if you want to achieve big things. There is going to be, some little bit of tension, maybe even potentially anxiety, but go ahead and put yourself outside of your comfort zone and you should feel quite a bit of relief as soon as you do that, because you're going to recognize that that is directly leading you to some very big and important things in your life. So go ahead and get comfortable with getting outside of your comfort zone, right? Effort and dedication are also going to be coming into focus quite a bit. Leo, you are at your absolute best when you are determined, focused, confident. So those qualities, as you harness them and pay attention to them, you should find things going smoother and smoother and smoother. And this can really set the stage, not only, like I said, for the rest of the year, but really kind of the rest of your life. These are some big time lessons. If we think about incarnation, right? Why are we here? What are we doing on Earth? What happens after we die? Okay, so one conception of this that I certainly believe makes a lot of sense metaphysically, just based on my understanding of the universe and what we're doing here, is we're working on various aspects of our being, right? And if you are a relatively young soul, you may just jump into a reincarnation, a new version. It may still be you. There doesn't necessarily need to be a loss of identity. It will be a world just like this one, just like you see, but it'll be a different kind of situation for you. And you may just jump into an incarnation just to learn whatever, because you have to build up all of these skills, build up all of this wisdom, build up all of this kind of ascension energy. And it doesn't really matter where you start because there's so many things to learn. However, if you're a bit of an older soul, you're someone who's been through the ringer, you've kind of gone through this reincarnation, being reborn unto yourself multiple times, there are going to be specific areas that you want to really kind of level up. Maybe if you think of this like an RPG, you've leveled up certain stat levels, right? And now you have like kind of a weaker one in your skill tree and you want to be leveling that one up. So what you're going to be doing in your life is working on very specific patterns of energy that you are looking to understand and assimilate and kind of integrate into your being. So this is going to be like a very pivotal month for working on those types of skills. So if you know that you've had issues in certain areas of your life, it may be worthwhile to really kind of focus on projects, relationships, situations related to that particular skill set. It could be related to overcoming trauma. It could be to productivity. It could be for contentment, spirituality, whatever it is. You're going to know specifically what you would like to work on. So don't be afraid of doing that, okay? Your love life also in September will take on a very vibrant quality. Engaging in social activities also enriches your romantic experiences, helping you to dispel any uncertainties that may have persisted, right? So if you've been kind of feeling a little bit weird related to your relationship life, maybe you had some trust issues or some jealousy issues or some insecurity issues, you're going to get evidence that those are all just self-created in your own mind. They're not real. If they are real, it's because you're putting that energy out there and actually creating those things for you to experience so you can get some perspective on what's going on. But your romantic experience are actually going to be enhanced by a lot of social activity. So you can think of this like going out with a group of friends, with your partner, or going to a party. Situations where you can socialize and be together with your partner is going to be something that really benefits you. Now, let's say you don't have a partner and you're interested in getting one. You can obviously use the mirror technique that I've suggested many times on the podcast, but you can also just go out and expect to put yourself out there in the world. But a lot of times I'll give readings to people and they're looking for love. They're looking for a partner. And the best thing I can tell you that you should do if you would like to meet someone who is really going to compliment you in a way that makes you feel fulfilled is do the shit you like to do. If you're interested in books, go to the bookstore, go to the library. If you're interested in music and live concerts, go there. Don't be afraid to go there alone. You can obviously go with friends. There's nothing wrong with that. But putting yourself in these social situations is going to amplify and enhance the chances that you meet someone who has similar interests to you and has kind of a similar sense of timing as well, right? In order for you to meet someone, you have to be kind of coming together as two focal points in time that meet at some point. So align yourself with your interests. Just do the shit you love to do. Do not cater your personality. A Leo out of power is a Leo trying to please other people. Ultimately, Leo, you need to be pleasing yourself. You need to be taking care of yourself, and you need to be doing the shit that you want and the way you want to do it. As you naturally do those things, your innate charisma begins to show and you become a very attractive force for people in your life. They want to listen to what you have to say. They want to believe the things that you're saying. They will probably at a certain point, if you kind of continue with this, do whatever you want in a very good way. So this is why a lot of Leos are very strong personalities in business and leadership positions because they have this natural ability to kind of get people together to work for a common cause. And that's something that you should really be stepping into this month in September, Leo. Okay, so embrace all of the opportunities that come your way. They are going to provide a fertile ground for personal and professional growth, right? So any opportunity that comes your way, it doesn't mean you need to like say yes to every single thing, but you should know when an opportunity comes your way. This is both for personal, relationship, intimate things, and also your professional life. Just pay attention to those. Pick and choose the ones that really feel right to you. But there's going to be so many positive opportunities in your life this month, Leo, that I just don't look them over. Don't pass them by. Again, if something feels too good to be true, just pass that through your intuitive faculties, right? Make sure that you're really paying attention to the things that you are important to you, because if you don't, you may end up in a situation that's a little bit sus. You know what I mean? Okay. The 3 keywords I want you to remember for this month, Leo, are perseverance, self-improvement, and genuine connections. That's what this month is about for you. If you pay attention and kind of honor all 3 of those things, you should see some very, very positive momentum. Whereas if this year you've been a little bit stifled and it hasn't been as easy to get things done, you're going to see that shift. All of a sudden, things are going to start to feel like they're really moving in the right. There's the 5th one. I said 10. I'm going to hit this fucking card. The 5th one, not the 5th one. This is going to be the month you start to get really into a flow state. Again, this requires effort. This requires consistency and, most importantly, perseverance. You actually have to do the stuff. Imagine it all you want, manifest it all you want, use every single technique in the book, but get out there and do your thing. Also, movement, Leo, this month. If you can get out there and move physically, take a walk, go for a run, go for a jog, ride a bike. Those types of things are really going to facilitate a lot of this positive energy getting funneled in the right direction. So as long as you're doing that, you should be pretty damn good this month, right? Your charisma is basically going to take you as far as you want to go. So when you are feeling confident, you are feeling courageous, you are feeling in your kind of power, the sky's the limit this month. And like I said, this is going to be taking your life to kind of, I don't want to say the next level. It's just you're working on a new chapter of your life that is going to be very profoundly important for you and others in your life. These are big dream opportunities, big goals. So do not be shy in terms of imagining the best possible scenarios for yourself with the grandest ideas. Do not limit your conception of self. To the degree that you limit your self-belief of who you are, that is what your life will be. If you believe anything is possible and you can live a magical and harmonious existence, guess what? That's going to be coming in, funneling in hot for you this month. Okay, let's talk about the cards. This 6 of Swords here speaks to this transitional element, right? Now, there is this kind of melancholy aspect of the 6 of Swords where you can kind of interpret these people are leaving from a destination, potentially in a rush. They do not have any belongings, but this is a very positive aspect. This is embracing change. This is embracing situations where you need to move to a new destination. There is probably going to be some reviewing and reflection on what hasn't worked within that, but that's really just to show you what will work and what it is you would actually like to do. So drop all the old shit that you've kind of been beating yourself up for and embrace this idea that you're moving in a new direction that is for your benefit, okay? Then we have the Justice card here, right? Justice card, super important. This is restoring balance and equanimity and fairness into your life. So again, Leo, if this has been a month of a year of challenge, a year of kind of trials, a real year of gut check situations, you're going to find that that kind of is now evening out. If you think of a seesaw and let's say the challenges were like this, it's going to be more like this month. So this is quite literally a pivot point for you and your life. Please embrace that to the best of your abilities, because you're going to see more examples of things working out, flowing a lot better, and being able to synthesize and put ideas and emotions together in a way that really benefits you and, again, your loved ones, right? And then finally, we have the 2 of Swords. And this is that decision time, right? This is that decision time. This is one of the least tenable. You cannot hold on to this energy for very long in as a tarot card here, because this is an untenable position. When you're holding two swords up like that, you can only do it for so long. The Two of Swords really has to do with making a decision. Okay. One thing I'd like to point out that all of the cards here have swords in them, even the Justice card. So when we talk about swords, we're talking about air element. We're talking about mental faculties, intellectual stuff, just kind of being able to think problems through. And again, related to dreams, lofty things. So just keep in mind that there's a lot of energy going on in the mental space for you. Even though you're a fire sign, when you combine fire with certain types of air, right, even helium, you get a very combustible situation, but in a very powerful way that can actually take you places. It's not combustible in the sense that it's going to blow up. It's combustible in the sense that this powers an engine that takes you to a new destination. But the Two of Swords here is basically telling you, if there is a situation that you've been on the fence about, no longer can you be on the fence about that. You do need to make a decision. So use your innate confidence and ability, make that decision confidently, move forward in the direction you need to move forward from. This is ranging anything from romantic, intimate relationships to a professional career goal. Please go ahead and make that decision, because it's going to benefit you when you do. The longer you put off making decisions, the more uncomfortable it's going to be for you. And that's not really what we're going for here. We don't want things to be uncomfortable, Leo. This is a lot of positive energy for you in September, so please don't waste that. All right, let's pull some animal oracle. Rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Show that to TikTok. And that's basically what this month feels like, Leo. You have so much positive stuff going on. It's like you're basically able to forge like a blazing trail of light, and you will follow that much like a neural pathway, like kind of creating a same thought or emotional pattern over and over again. Make sure you direct that towards your dreams, your goals, things that are really important for you. Define clearly what it is you would like. What are your desires? Please define that clearly, then use that and just go. It's a lucky time. What more evidence do you want? Rabbit spirit is telling you that. Oh, cat spirit. We got this one the other day for Cancer, I believe. Here we go. Claim your independence. I mean, what could be more appropriate besides maybe the lion card than a feline card for Leo? And that's what it's about. This is your show. Leo, almost more than any other sign, you have to do your own thing. If you follow the will of others, if you follow kind of the advice of others, you're going to be out of power. You will start to see things in your life kind of go a little bit funky, maybe go a little bit weird, maybe not go the way you would have liked. But if you really step into your own power, your own wisdom, your own belief, your own courage, you're going to be fucking great. But you have to really take that step and make it a goal, a priority, right? You have to put in that effort, perseverance, and determination to really make that happen. So please do that. And I think you'll find, again, lots of positive things for you in September. Yes. And Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. And this is what I was talking about with kind of expect the unexpected this month. Here's the thing. When you have big goals, when you have dreams of success, love, harmony, joy, ecstasy, that's more important than the specifics of the situation. So like I give this example a lot when we're talking about money. Like, you know, someone once in a while on the imaginal forum on my website, syncpodcast.com, where I am happy to imagine things for you. Pretty high hit rate there. People will be like, I want to win the lottery. And I usually don't, I only respond like, you got it. I will imagine whatever you want, no questions asked. But when someone says they want to win the lottery, it speaks to kind of a certain mindset about how things need to happen. Why do you want to win the lottery? Okay, you want some money. Well, why do you want the money? What will you spend it on? Well, maybe you want a house. Maybe you want a new car. Now, here's the question. If someone just gave you a house, your dream house, and someone just gave you a car, your dream car, would that be sufficient? Does it have to be winning the lottery to make money to buy the thing? Does money even need to be a part of the equation? I'm not bringing this up to say it won't be a part of the equation. I'm just saying that the specifics of what we imagine matter less than the meta state of what we are imagining, right? So ecstasy, in a state of ecstasy, you do not have to imagine exactly what is going on. You just imagine yourself in a state of ecstasy. Lo and behold, do you think you're having a shitty time? Do you think things aren't going well if you're in a state of grace and ecstasy? No, it's going to be fucking great. All the little stuff will sort itself out. So just trust in the unexpected opportunities that may come your way this month, Leo. And I think you'll find there's a lot of hidden kind of magic and synchronous energy that is going to be quite pleasant for you. So just don't be too fixated on an idea. Leo, this is one of the things you may have an issue with at times, is you get stubborn about an idea because it needs to be this way and it has to be like that. Just make sure you're applying that on a meta state, a few levels above the specificity of which you may feel is necessary for anything you'd like to achieve. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If that feeling is actualized and you catch that mood and you're able to hold it lightly and gently, it necessarily will show up in your life. Does it matter if it matches the specifics of what you were looking for? No, it doesn't. And you'll find that if you're able to kind of really latch onto that as a concept. Okay, let's pull a Threads of Fate. This one's been poking out. The Void. And that's where the creative space is, okay? That's where the creative space is. That's where you can plant your seeds. That's when you can actually sow the somethingness out of the nothingness. And there is a clean blank slate allowing you to create many harmonious and beautiful situations in September, Leo. So again, please take advantage of that. It's going to be a relatively smooth month. There's some hiccups like any time period, but in general, I think you're going to find this to be one of the more pleasant months of 2023 for you, Leo. So I'm happy to report you have a very good outlook at what is going on. That's it for now. I will be back with Virgo later today, tonight, and then we will go on to the next ones, Libra and Scorpio, after that tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye-bye.